Hello, all of you. Here we begin with the second class for penalties and prosecution. Yesterday, all the penalties I have taught you in 10 minutes, but more than 1.5 hours we took for the concept and the problems of underreporting and misreporting, which are repeatedly asked in exam and very scoring. I do agree this topic is like, if you see some of the exams, nothing they are asking from penalties and prosecution. Sometimes for good 5 marks like that. So you can never make a decision ki kitna puchenge, kya puchenge, but you have to study, right? And of course, this topic that we also agree that the portion is too vast. So what we are doing is this topic, whatever is important, we are studying, and few things we know we cannot remember all the limits and everything. We are going to leave off, literally. Chalo. So what we have done, we should recollect, and then today I'll tell you all the other details. That is why the penalties are to be waived off and who has got the power. Okay. In the very first page, all introduction and all the points are given in that. The fourth point is very, very important. Fourth point is very important. Penalties are to be levied on SSC and is to be based upon the law as it stood at the time of the default and not the law as it stands in the financial year for which assessment is made. Clear? So suppose you are caught up now in 21 and 22 and the default has happened in 19 and 20. So this penalty will be charged according to the taxes and everything for 19 and 20. Clear, right? So that is what is. And penalties, either they will be waived off for a genuine reason that you have cooperated, you have paid all the taxes and all, I'll tell you. But when they are charged, whatever is given, they will charge. They cannot be discounted. Like if the penalty is 10,000, you cannot say, ma'am, I'll pay 8,000 in the full and final settlement. So this is all about penalties. The most important penalty we started yesterday was penalty for underreporting and misreporting. Underreporting of income is whatever income you have shown, the department is saying your sales are not correct, or some of the expenses they have disallowed. So income increase because expenses you debited, they disallow. So underreporting is different. Misreporting is like falsification, cheating, getting bogus purchase bills, and actually the goods are not coming in, or suppressing your sales, misrepresenting the facts. So if there is underreporting, it might be because of the disagreement between you and the AO is saying, nahi, nahi. This kind of bad debt is not allowed. 1 second, sorry. Just I'll revise and directly we'll take up one-liner questions which are very scoring. And I feel rather than too much trying to learn all the kinds of the penalties and prosecution, whatever I observed was in the scanner, that same question is also asked twice. So we can take that much risk for this chapter that the questions which are asked in scanner, we should know it very well. I've already covered here. So if there is an underreporting, the penalty is 50% of the tax. Whenever you calculate tax plus surcharge and ECESS all. If the penalty, if there is a case of underreporting, then it is 200%, right? Chalo. Now, failure to comply. If you don't maintain the books of accounts, 25,000. Now related to this, 2 times they have asked the question that if you have already paid 25,000 penalty for books of not maintaining the books of accounts, no 271B will be charged. 1,50,000 or 0.5% of your turnover. If the books of accounts are not audited, they will not be charged. Right. Now, related to international transaction, I said make a group and study. Whenever there's failure to maintain all the details for transfer pricing transaction, 2% of the transaction. This is already covered in transfer pricing. And if proper documents and all you which are required to furnish are not furnishing, then 5 lakh. Okay. Undisclosed income in case of rates, income tax rate, 60% is the tax. However, instead of 60%, this will become 30% if in the course of search, the SSC admits the undisclosed income. He discloses the manner in which he earned this undisclosed income. He pays the taxes, and while furnishing his latest return, he has included all this black money. I repeat, normally undisclosed income which is caught up in raid, taxes 60%, but it will be 30% if SSC cooperates with the department. They disclose the undisclosed income beforehand. They show the manner in which they have earned. They pay all the taxes and interest related to undisclosed income. And in furnishing the return also, they have declared all this. Now, this is under reporting of income. 52 to 52 nahi hai, 50% या 200%. Now, even if you have hidden undisclosed income, there is under reporting, no? So either of it will be charged. That's why 270 or 271 this, और अभी मैं नीचे और पढ़ा रही हूँ आपको 69 series. You remember 69 series? These are most important. You can star mark today's class जिस पे आपको question आते हैं exam में. What is 69 series? Unexplained investment, unexplained expenditure, taking loan on hundi, cash credits, all these are covered. So these are also undisclosed income. When caught up, it's your income. These are taxable at what rate? Write down here. Tax is 78%. 60% tax plus 25% surcharge, और उसके ऊपर 25% surcharge के ऊपर 4% cess. ठीक है. So 10% of the tax is payable under 115 BBE. So 78% is the tax, and of tax 10% is the penalty. So once again, if it is under reporting 50%, misreporting 200%, search and all the cases 60%, if he cooperated 30%, and ye sab hai to 10%. I know it is too much, but like this, you'll have to make grouping and watch this video again to get a grip on. Okay? This one is recently added. If during proceeding, they have found that books of accounts are having a false entry or omission of an entry which is relevant, and further similar penalty may also be levied on other causes and all. False entry matlab kuch fake invoices or lie to equal to the aggregate amount of the false or fake entry. If you have done any fake entry in your books, for example, getting again bogus bills or all, so then if it is clearly that this is because of the bogus bill, instead of misreporting, they can charge penalty equal to the misreported amount here also. Fake advertisement and all bills when no advertisement you have given, fake purchase bills, sale bill under past, like I've sold you the goods of 1 lakh rupees, but I've made the bill of 10,000, baki 90,000 I collected in cash, like that. Okay? Yeah. Tax audit cases, it is 0.5% or 150. Again, here very important is these grouping of transfer pricing. Yeah. Most of the chances of getting penalty here, mark it very, very important. This whole group. TCS तो ठीक है जितना amount of tax collected at Sosan है 271 D2A. 1 second, dear students. Thank you for waiting. चलो समझ में आया आप सबको? 269 SS is not accepting the advance or the loan above 20,000, receiving like for the single entry and all 2 lakh rupees and above on different dates maybe. for single event. And if your turnover is more than 50 crores, you should have electronic payment, otherwise 5,000 per day. Repayment of the loan. When loan balance is more than 20,000 and above, you cannot repay in cash. So these are the 4 kind of the penalties which can be charged. Specified financial statements, if you don't furnish on time, again make a group like this. अगर कल नहीं किया है तो कर लो, मैं बहुत easy way में आपको बता रही हूँ. Just look at your watches. Within 15-20 minutes, the whole chapter will be revised. If you have failed to report, then 500 per day. Once they give you notice, and after the notice date is over, still if you have not reported specified transactions, debit card payment, foreign travel, all that, 1,000 per day. And if you give wrong information, then 50,000. Okay, right. Transfer pricing, it is 2% of the value and all. This you can leave actually, country by country. Hai aapke portion mein, but I know it's not possible to remember everything. That's why I'm saying. TDS, TCS up to 10,000 to 1 lakh, they have given all general informations. Okay. Not filing the return and all this is like 100 per day. Assessment procedure and all. Okay, this part we have solved the problem that how to calculate the underreported income. You remember or not? Yesterday's class, A minus B plus C minus D. So whenever you have filed your return and income is assessed, I repeat, you have filed your return and income is assessed. The difference is not underreporting. Income is assessed in 143.1. Again, when it is reassessed, 143.3 scrutiny, this is underreporting. Scrutiny se again it is reassessed in 147. This is underreporting. How don't just calculate the tax on difference. Suppose right now the income of a company is 80 lakhs. And because of the reassessment, it has gone up to 120 lakhs. So 120 lakhs, there is surcharge. 80 lakhs, there is no surcharge. So how do you calculate the tax on underreported? Tax on income plus underreporting. So calculate the tax on 120, calculate the tax on 80, and the difference is what is the tax on underreported income. So this is how you have to calculate. And very important part I have taught you yesterday, lot of examples also we have taken is ki if there was a loss of 8 lakhs and after reassessment now the loss is 2 lakh, फिर भी loss ही है. Ma'am, loss पे तो no tax, agreed. But how much was the loss? 8 lakhs. Now how much it is? 2 lakhs. That means 6 lakhs has happened what? 6 lakhs income is underreported and increased, no? On that 30% tax, surcharge, he says, जो भी है, वो लगा के you calculate the tax, and of that tax 50% you have to pay the penalty as under reporting. Clear? Right, chalo. So this is all we have done for MAT and all. Just first problem say we are starting now. Yesterday we did problems related to underreporting. Any doubts are there, then put me a message. Otherwise I'm starting with first problem, and if you have any doubt, you just make sure that you are writing the answer here only. यहीं पे आप आंसर लिख लो साथ साथ में. Okay? A private bank has not filed its statement of specified financial transaction, which I just now told you. That whoever is the debit card से payment किया इतने limit के ऊपर and all. A notice was issued by prescribed income tax authority on 1st October, requiring the bank to furnish the statement by 31st October. The bank, however, furnished the statement only on 15th of November. What would be the penalty? Okay. So actually, whenever the financial year 20 and 21 is on, write down the answer for this. 20 and 21 is over. Then by 31st May 21, they should furnish the statement. By 31st May, you have to furnish the statement. This is the first point. if it is missed out from 1st July to 1st October. 1st October, you got a notice from the department. So 1st July to 1st October. Requiring the bank to furnish the statement by 31st October. ठीक है चलो 31st October तक का time भी दिया ना आपको. So up to this date, if you have not submitted, it is 500 per day. Calculate how many days are there. Pick up your calculator quickly. Day wise interest will be penalty will be calculated always. Nice question. The questions which I'm taking now, they can be repeated as it is with different figures. So now 1st June ke 30 days, July 31, August 31, September 31, October 31. How many days? 153 days. Per day, how much is the penalty? 500. So 76,500. And after 31st October, notice period is over. Still you furnished. So there's a delay of 15 days. For that, 1,000 rupees per day. I wrote it reverse. Incorrectly likha na, 500 per day, 1,000 per day. For how many days, dear students? Clear or not? Till the day you get the notice and time and notice is there, 500 per day is penalty. Once the notice period is over and still if there is a delay, 1,000 per day, that is 15,000. So what is the total penalty you are going to pay here? 91,500. And if you give a wrong statement, then the flat 50,000. Are you following? These problems are in link with yesterday's class. Anyone directly watching this should stop and watch yesterday's class. Yesterday I have explained, now I am applying. Done? Chalo. A search under 132 was initiated in the premises of X. Search ke case mein. Undisclosed jewelry and all was reported. Examine the penal provisions. Just now I told you, in case of search, how much it is? 60%. And if they cooperate, penalty kitna hoga? 60% penalty. It will be 30% if they disclose all the income, if they show the manner in which income is earned. Write down. Are you all writing? Normally, in case of search, the penalty is 60%. But it will be 30% if all the 4 conditions are satisfied. The SSC has disclosed this income. He even disclosed how he has earned. All taxes and interest are paid. And even the return of income is filed along with this undisclosed income. Clear? Chalo. Answer is clear or not? Like this, 2 marks questions can be asked. Okay, this is already from a scanner and you can write here. Same question is asked 2 times. What is the quantum of penalty that could be levied if there is a failure on books of accounts not audited? 0.5%, 271B में इसकी penalty लगती है. 0.5% of the turnover or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. 0.5% of the turnover or 1,50,000, whichever is lower. ठीक है? Right. Next, failure to comply with the directions which are issued under 142(2)(a Report all and all, then 10,000 flat. And if you're not furnishing the report of the chartered accountant and all, 1 lakh. Documents related delayed, 92 is transfer pricing. Or for all the transfer pricing's details, you need the report of the chartered accountant. So if report of CA is not attached, then the penalty is 1 lakh rupees. है ना? और अगर 92 D था इसकी जगह, if you are not furnishing proper documents and all, then 5 lakh rupees. In any other cases of transfer pricing, 2% of the transfer pricing value. Give some response if the way I'm giving the answers are clear or not. You have to apply it. I know I'm doing it fast, you may take time, but refer back, and you will surely get it. These many questions, if you do, more than enough. This is again and again repeated. So with the case laws and all, I have given the answer over here. X, an individual who sells in the business of food grain for year ending March 22 was 205. He did not maintain the books of accounts. Now above 2 crore turnover means books bhi maintain karna hai, audit bhi karana hai. AO has already levied 25,000 penalty under 271A for not maintaining the books of the accounts. Now tell me, if not getting the books audited, now will 271B penalty be also levied for not getting? Answer is no. I told you, if books are only not there, you are penalizing under 271A 25,000. You cannot again penalize them for the other cost. So X is required to maintain the books of accounts. Since his turnover exceeded 10 lakh, he also has to get them audited. And since his gross sale exceeds 1 crore, he is not liable to pay penalty for not maintaining his books of accounts. Accordingly, the action of the AO in levying the penalty is correct. However, the action of AO is correct, but then books of accounts are audited and all is fine. But in Sujamal Parsuram cases, Guwahati High Court, when a person commits as offense by not maintaining the books of accounts and all, offense is complete, and after there cannot be no possibility of offense. Therefore, imposition of the penalty 271 is B is erroneous. Already when books of accounts are not there, you are penalizing them for that, then there's no question of audit. So AO is not justified in charging 271B. Definitely he can charge 271A. Next, SSEC. I'm just doing it in question answer mode. Even if you have half knowledge of this topic, or ma'am, we just understood the problems which you solved for misreporting yesterday, and these question answers enough. An SSE has credited 50,000 in cash on account of Madan, said to represent a loan. Okay. The AO, having gone into genuineness, disbelieved the story of loan and treated 50,000 as income of SSE from undisclosed sources. Okay. In books, some entries there, so someone is saying he has taken the loan from Madan. Madan koi hai hi nahi. Khud ka hi black money hai. So the department is saying, okay, it is your undisclosed income. He also started proceeding under 271D. 271D means you are catching it under 269 SS, loan. You cannot take loan above 20,000 in cash. Okay. So यहाँ तो 50,000 है. So either you take it as loan and charge 271D. Very beautiful question. Huh? Very beautiful. Take your time to understand. Ye dekho, if it is a loan taken and this loan taken above 20,000 is in cash, it is wrong. Then you penalize them in 271D. And if this is undisclosed sources, then you penalize them 60%. So first you decide the flaw. You cannot penalize one transaction twice. फिर तो तीसरा भी डालो, undisclosed भी डालो, under report misreporting भी डालो, and then this also. Can you charge like this? No. There are several flaws in the penalty, and penalty amount will be equal to the amount of loan 50,000. Why did you charge 60,000 penalty? So they have asked you to examine the correctness. There are several flaws in the penalty levied by the AO. Firstly, penalty leviable under 271D. cannot exceed the sum equal to loan. Hence, maximum penalty leviable would be 50,000. Secondly, any penalty imposable shall be imposable by joint commissioner. Unless the AO happens to be joint commissioner, the levy of penalty will be invalid. Thirdly, the AO cannot on one hand treat the loan as undisclosed income. So you cannot charge 269 SS and 271D both. The moment the amount 50,000 is treated as undisclosed income, it ceases to bear the character of loan and therefore it loses 271D. Better you take it as undisclosed income and charge 60% penalty. If he discloses everything and files the return 30%, then don't take it as loan. Loan या undisclosed income. Loan या undisclosed. Loan 269 SS or undisclosed income. Decide. ठीक है? Right. 6th, 7th, 8th, all we have 7th we have done. 8th I gave as homework. I want you all to please tell me the answer of the 8th problem. किए घर पे? Yeah. This इसको अभी छोड़ दो. टर्नओवर 400 से ज्यादा है, वैसे ही लेना है. One second. I'm sorry for all this. However, best I am trying. Maybe because of too much exertion in these last few days, all classes together, this throat is not going in spite of taking all precautions, pranayama. In 1920, your turnover should be 470 crores. Isko kar do 470. You know, if 1920 the turnover is less than 400 crores, then instead of 30%, the companies are going to pay tax 25%. तो वो हमको subsidize नहीं करना है इसको. चलो. So this star first is your undisclosed say your underreported income is 62 minus 45. Next is 81 minus 62. So whatever is the undisclosed income, you have to calculate the tax on that at the rate of 30% along with ESES. And your final penalty is coming. Write down the answer. If you have not done, do it and tell me. 296,400 here. Still, if you are not getting message. Now here. It was lost 6 lakhs. Now it is 2 lakh. So 4 lakhs से सीधा income बढ़ गई. Sorry, it was 6 lakh loss. Now it is 2 lakh. So 4 lakh से सीधा income बढ़ गई. So on 4 lakh at the rate of 30% into 104%. 124,800 is your tax and half of that is your penalty. 62,400. Now again, 2 lakh loss has become 6 lakh profit. So the income has increased by 8 lakhs. 30% into 104%. 2,49,600. It was a 2 minutes homework. Divide by 2. This is your 124,800. 124,800 plus 62,400. So 187,200. Are you writing the answer? Yeah. Good, good. You got it correct, then nice. 45 or 62 ka jo increase hai, in that it is the penalties coming to 262,650. 262,650. And here it is 296,400. Chalo. Next. What is prosecution? Putting the person in imprisonment. Now, who will go into imprisonment? You remember in return of income, we have done the topic called as who will verify and sign the return in case of company, the MD and all. Unless the MD is proving कि मेरी कोई गलती नहीं थी, ये जो fraud हुआ है वो किसी और ने किया है, and I'm then fine. Otherwise, like Karta of the HUF, partnership में the main working partner. So imprisonment I know it's not possible to remember so many 2 pages of imprisonment, but this question is from your scanner for 3 marks, and same question if you get, just write the answer. This is the way we are doing this topic, क्योंकि इसमें बहुत सारा है table, and as a student, as a teacher, it's impossible to remember. So at least पूरा छोड़ने से अच्छा select what is asked in scanner, let us do it. SSC has restrained and not allowed the officer or authorized person. You should know one thing, penalties are levied by AO, commissioners and all those income tax authorities. Prosecution, jail and all is like civil procedure code. So jail and all, the order will be given by the magistrate. But magistrate will give the order on the directions of the AO. Okay? So SSC is restrained. You know, when you want to inspect the books of accounts and all, and they are not allowing you to do so. In that case, there is a jail of, yahan pe likh do, 2 years plus fine. 2 years imprisonment plus fine. 2 years imprisonment plus fine. Okay. Next. SSC has deliberately failed to comply with 142.1 or 142.2A. Give us all the information and all other details, and if they are not complying with, then there is imprisonment to the extent of 1 year, up to 1 year. Now, if deliberately has failed to make the payment of TCS आपने collect किए and you have not paying, they can put you in jail for 3 months to 7 years. Many of the prosecutions are between this only 3 months to 7 years. So just write and keep the answers. Next 2 questions are important. A trust is set up for purpose and return of income is filed on November 15th, 2021. November 15th, the date is changed, please. November 15th, 2021. Declaring an income of 4 lakh. Now the AO, on scrutiny of the return, finds that income of trust is exempt from tax. The AO, on the scrutiny of the return, finds that income of the trust is exempt from tax. Are there any penal consequences for trust failure to furnish the return? Answer is, if they have not filed the... What is the due date of filing the return for trust? Can anyone say? 139.4A. You remember or not? 139.4A may, if the charitable trust wants to get exemption under section 11 and 12, yaad hai sabko? They are going to apply the money for the object to 85% income, whatever they have applied. Kiye the na trust ke problem. So if they want to claim exemption, then time for filing the return of income is 30th of September 21. 2021 ka return 30th September 21. But they filed November 15. So they will not get the exemption. No exemption under section 11-12 because they filed late return. So no exemption, so income will increase like anything. See, all your income was exempt if you have spent it revenue or capital for the object of the trust. But ab to pura taxable ho jayega ye, hai na? Right? So when this is now wholly taxable, means if this is going to be fully taxable, then it will like increase your income and there could be chances of misreporting provisions also. Write down. Are you comfortable writing the answers? Message me in the chat box. If the trust is filing late return, exemption under 11 and 12 is denied. You have to file the return on time to get all exemptions. 139.4A, 4B, 4C, 4D, 4 type के हमने किए थे. Scientific research and school, colleges, universities, and this and that and all we have done. Chalo, next. In course of scrutiny assessment of Mr. Rehan, the AO, on the basis of information available with him, sought an explanation for the source of expenditure 50 lakhs incurred on wedding of his daughter. The said expenditure was not recorded in the books of the accounts. Okay. So if the expenditure is not recorded in the, it is like unexplained expenditure, caught up in section 69C, 69A, B, C, D, whatever. तो टैक्स कितना लगेगा? 78%. पेनल्टी कितना है? 10%. Take a pause. I'm making you learn. 270A. अंडर रिपोर्टिंग कितना है? 50%. मिस रिपोर्टिंग 200%. अनडिस्क्लोज्ड इनकम रेड के केस में 60%. If they disclose other details, then 30%. And this is unexplained expenditure and hundi and all that 69 series वाला. तो कितना टैक्स लगेगा? 78%. पेनल्टी कितना है? 10%. Nice. Chalo, 12th problem you all have to solve in class with me. 13th related to math I did yesterday. If you want revision of any yesterday's problem, let me know. 12th problem we are doing now. Paras, a resident individual of age 54 years, has not furnished his return of income for the assessment year 22. However, his total income is 14 lakhs. Whether penalty will be attracted? See, you remember yesterday's case, if return is only not filed, then whatever you have shown is your underreported income, no? 14 lakhs, and he's an individual. That 254 years to 2,50,000. So whatever is the tax on that, 50% is penalty. I am waiting now in the class wanting all of you to answer 12th question. और उसके लिए 1-2 मिनट. 12th वाला promise खुद से करना है, अभी करना है. उसके लिए just 1 minute. I am helping you refer something. Yesterday's notebook this is. कल का class. Yesterday's class this is. Yeah, see. If return is filed in case of partnership firm, is return is not filed and no return filed in individual, and if they have shown 10 lakh, then pura 10 lakh is के ऊपर जो tax है वही penalty हो जाएगा ना. And you remember this increase in the income, what is the tax payable on 75 lakh, what is tax on 60 lakhs, excess tax on underreported income upon 50%. Like that we have to solve. Only in case of math it was A, ध्यान से देखो स्क्रीन पे, A minus B plus C minus D. What is A minus B? Assessed income and return income. C minus D, book profit by AO, book profit, you know, in case of AMT and MAT. Same way tax thereon. And in this, if there is a common item 3 lakh and all, we will take it in the total income A and B, but we will not take it in the book profit. So 3 lakh agar common hai, so you know A minus B may be 3 lakh, C minus D may be to 6 lakh ho jayega na. So we removed it. So this is the level of the problems we have done. Now your challenging time starts. Who is giving me the answer first? 3 marks, super duper scoring sum. Karo, bolo. Yeah, I'm waiting. 12th वाला खुद से करो. 14 lakhs पे what will be the tax and how much would be the penalty? Do it. If it is wrong, it's okay. I will check it. Don't do it in calculator and rush to give the answer first. Thoda pen chalao. Shortcut bhi hai, I'll tell you. I got the answer 2 minutes में calculator में, but लिख के करो. Yes. Good. Fast. All of you should give the answer. Did you follow or not? Yesterday also we have done the sums. How you will do it in calculator, you want to know. हाँ, but आप MCQs के लिए apply करना, बाद में तो आपको बिना calculator के करना है. But what I did in calculator, rather than doing कि चलो आप लोग calculator उठाओ, I'll show it in the notebook. Sure, some of you are not sharing the answer. You all got it or not? And if you have a doubt, then ask him. I'm nahi samjha. Huh? An individual. Problem number 12. He's like how old? 54 years. The age is required for the basic exemption. What is the income? 14 lakh. Now you know what you do in calculator. 14 lakh minus 10 lakhs. 4 lakh pay 30%. Above 10 lakhs it is 30%. No. So 4 lakh pay 30% is 1,20,000. And up to 10 lakhs, how much is the tax? 1,12,500. Now this I should show in detail, then I'm ready to do from the scratch. You all are in final. And this is taught to you in the inter-level first 7 classes. 0 to 250 nil, 250 to 5 lakh, 5%. That is 12,500. लिख लो. नहीं आ रहा है तो बोल देना, स्क्रैच से सीख लेना. 0 to 2.5 lakh nil, 2.5 lakh to 5 lakh, it is 5%, 12,500. 5 lakh to 10 lakhs, on next 5 lakh it is 20%, 1 lakh. This is how you got 1,12,500 is the fixed tax up to 10 lakh. और 14 lakhs है तो 4 lakh पे 30%, 120 and this. So what is your total tax coming to? 230 to 500. Now you do in calculator plus 104%. 4% thesis के बाद. So 230 to 500 into 104%. 241, 800. This is the tax. And penalty, we all know that they didn't file the returns. It's a case of under-reporting. It will be half. 120, 900. In MCQ, they can ask this question. That easy. This is 1,20,900. Nice, clear. Those who have not given the answer, give the response now, at least after writing. I'm waiting. Is it clear now or not? You didn't show the income, and if your income is 14 lakhs, then the whole income is undisclosed. Pay the tax. Done? Shall finish writing also? After this 13th problem we have done, 14th let us do it. ऑब्जेक्टिव टाइप का क्वेश्चन है, अच्छा है, पूछते हैं बार बार. Vihan has made payment in excess of the limit prescribed to contractor for carrying out the labor work, but had not deducted TDS. If TDS is not deducted, then expenses are disallowed. 30% of the expenses are disallowed. That is the first thing. और TDS के लिए penalty भी लगता है. Penalty is 271C. देखो आपके ट्रांसफर प्राइसिंग के बाद ही है. फेलियर टू डिडक्ट द टैक्स इक्वल टू अमाउंट ऑफ द टैक्स, जितना TDS है. पेनल्टी इक्वल टू द टैक्स. So this is job work and labor and all, तो 194C लगेगा. तो 194C में TDS if you have deducted at 2%, equal to that 2% penalty also you have to pay. Penalty is equal to tax. TriStars were asked by the ITO to furnish the details of all the tourists who had paid. They had not furnished requisite in spite of the reminder. If they don't furnish the details, then penalty is how much? 500 per day for specified financial transactions. But other than this, if ITO has just asked them to submit the detail, then it is 100 per day. I want to repeat, if the department has asked them to give specified transactions above this limit and all, then penalty is 500 per day. But generally ITO asks you कि आपके होटल में कौन रुके थे, आपके बोट में कौन travel किए थे, all that, whatever, and you don't give the information, then penalty is 100 per day. And if Arhan has failed to give the documents furnishing information and documents, can TPO levy penalty? How much is the quantum? Okay, if you don't furnish all the information and documents, it will be 2% of the transaction value. I'm just checking the section. It's okay if you don't remember the section. If transaction only you have not reported, then it is 2%. Otherwise, 5 lakh. What is the question asked? Let us check. Arhan failed to furnish information and documents sought by TPO. Can TPO levy the penalty? They asked you and you didn't submit all details, then 2% of the transaction value under transfer pricing. 2% of the transaction value under transfer pricing. Okay. Chalo, let us now, we have finished all the question answers for the penalties. Did you all follow? I know, to be very honest, ma'am, following alag baat hai, lekin yaad karna, so you have to repeatedly do. And yesterday's question was so scoring, 6th, 7th, 8th, all. So better do that also. That will be very good for all of you. Now, immunity from imposition of the last question. Yeah, right now. Now we are going towards next one. उसमें भी 2-3 है. First of all, what do you mean by immunity? Immunity means please immune us, waive off the penalty, waive off the penalty. So only this 270 AA is very important. There are other things also which you can read and leave, but ye kar lo. An SSC may make an application to A to grant immunity under 270A under reporting wala. And if he fulfills the following conditions: tax or interest payable as per order or as the case may be has been paid, and no appeal is filed. SSC is promising कि please आप penalty छोड़ दो, हम appeal में नहीं जाएंगे, हम आगे we will not fight, and we will pay all the tax, interest and all, but please waive off the penalty. AO might do it. An application shall be made within 1 month of end of month in which the order is received for that underreported income, AO shall, on fulfillment after the expiry of the period filed to Commissioner Appeals, grant immunity, and AO shall within a period of 1 month from end of month in which application. पहले तो application कब देंगे? Within 1 month from the end of the month in which order is passed. And when application is made from that 1 month, they have to, what they have to do? They will fulfill ki whether they will grant immunity or not. Order passed by AO is final. हाँ तो हाँ, ना तो ना. This cannot be challenged. When immunity is granted, then appeal to Commissioner Appeals or application for revision shall not be admissible. You promised. You will not go to Commissioner Appeals. You will not go to ITET. You will not go for revision of orders, 263, 264. No. Then done. Once again, this can be asked. 270A is under reporting. Immunity from 278, 270AA. ऐसे linked याद रखना है. 270A is under reporting. 270AA is immunity from imposition of the penalty. ठीक है? Okay. And now how we are going to do this? Let us check. Within 1 month of the order passed by the authorities, the SSC can appeal for immunity with 2 promises. One is he will pay all the tax, interest and all on time, and he will not go for further fight to appeals and revisions and all. Then if this is done, then AO might pass the order, okay, we will immune, and he'll pay the taxes and all on time. His order is final, he cannot be challenged. Now, power to reduce or waive the penalty. This was for immunity from imposition of penalty 270A. मतलब आप misreporting वाला section लगाओ ही मत. Now, commonly emotions. Can the penalty be waived or can it be reduced? Yes. Principal commissioner or commissioner, not AO, may on his discretion, whether on his own motion, अगर उनको लगता है खुद से, or otherwise, means by application, reduce or waive of penalty imposed on a person for concealment of income. Okay, if he is satisfied that the person has, prior to detection of AO of inaccuracy and all, voluntarily and in good faith made all disclosure. मैं सामने से हथियार डाल देते हैं कि नहीं नहीं हमने ये कमाया, हमने ऐसे, उनके as good as that 60 to 30%. So he has cooperated and disclosed. Person has made full disclosure. He has cooperated in any inquiry and either paid or made satisfactory arrangement for the payment of tax or interest. Clear or not? He has disclosed everything on his own, proper disclosure. He has cooperated. He has made arrangement to pay the tax. Then in that case, Principal Commissioner might waive off or reduce. Okay, right. However, where amount in respect of penalty and all imposable is above 5 lakh, then no order can be passed without the permission of Principal Commissioner. And where order of waiver has been made in favor, whether such order relates to one or more, it shall not be entitled to any relief under this section in relation to any other years. You can't say ऐसा ही last year का भी है, उसके पहले का भी, अरे एक बार waiver तो doesn't mean. Okay, and that means such a waiver can be done only once in lifetime. Once in lifetime, go underline karo. You have got a chance to reduce or waive off. To reduce or waive off, you have got a chance. Once in lifetime. Clear? Chalo. Now 273A4 में one more last chance is there by commissioner to reduce or waive off the duty. This is general. If they feel that charging the penalty would do genuine hardship to SSE, and if SSE has cooperated. Sometimes we know that looking at the position, uske upar raid bhi hui hai, unki factory bhi band ho gayi hai, ye hai, and they won't be able to pay the penalty, so they can waive off if they feel it will cause genuine hardship, or if the SSE has cooperated, they may waive off. हाँ, ये सब छोड़ दो, ये पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है आपको. Power of commissioner to grant immunity from penalty under 273A. When you go to the settlement commission and all, you can leave this. Yeah, this is important, procedural part. And in fact, I want all of you to add the word here, faceless penalties and prosecution. वो भी सब online हो गया. No order imposing penalty under this chapter shall be made unless SSA has been heard, or given opportunity of being heard. No order imposing penalty shall be made by income tax officer up to 10,000 and by assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner where the penalty exceeds 25,000, except with the prior approval of the JC. ठीक है? Except with the prior approval of the JC. An income tax authority on making an order under this chapter imposing a penalty, unless he shall send a copy. So in short, what is this procedure saying? कि penalty कोई भी impose करो, give a chance of being heard to the, this can be asked as a small question, and up to 10,000 penalty, ठीक है, where the penalty exceeds 10,000 by officer, where the penalty exceeds 25,000, then assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, all that, ठीक है. Time limit for imposing the penalty. Time limit is generally within the expiry of the 1 year financial year in which proceedings of action has been initiated. So जहां भी आपका financial year से 21-22 में you started, तो 21-22 जहां खत्म हो रहा है वहां तक, or within 1 year from the end of the financial year in which order of commissioner appeal is received. Whether relevant assessment or order is subject matter of the revision, then 6 months. I don't think ये सब याद रहेगा. Drop कर दो इसको. Revision of the penalty order. Yeah, this is good. When penalties, when you know the cases have gone for commissioner appeals and tribunal, someone has put you up the penalty of 25,000, you went to the higher authority and all. Then can the penalties also change? Answer is yes, they can also be changed. Now we start with the offenses and prosecution in a very different way. I told you one question they have asked that you remember, and in the same way only I will also take it up. See, offenses and prosecutions are punishable offenses as well as prosecution. Now, ma'am, if there is a prosecution, will the penalty also be there? Yes. Tax, interest, fee, 234 EFG all, and prosecution all will be there. So penalties and prosecution can be there simultaneously. Okay, one second, dear students, please wait. One second. Okay. Prosecution provisions under Act are used as tool for effective enforcement. Penalties may be imposed. So penalty can be there and prosecution can also be there. ये point important है, mark करो, one liner में पूछ सकते हैं. Penalties may be imposed by authorities. Imposition of fine or launching of prosecution can be done by magistrate of court. Though all covered in income tax sections only, 275 to 280 and all. But the AOs and authorities cannot put you in jail. In imprisonment or order of magistrate is required. Okay. In respect of same default, penalty may be imposed and prosecution both. both can be levied. Write down please. Both can be levied. दोनों लगाएंगे बिल्कुल. Like if there is a contravention of the order of 132, that 132 is books of accounts verify raid के case में 132 is all search and seizure. So raid के case में you are not allowing them to take the books of the accounts and all. Write down here please. ये एक important है. Deemed seizure up to 2 years plus fine. Books of accounts check करने ही नहीं दे रहे raid में. They can put you. I hope you remember in raid case only I have told you one para where you go for a raid, you have all the civil court procedures ke power. So up to 2 years, you can take the help of police. Remove, conceal, transfer or deliver the property to prevent tax. घर में raid हो रही है, पीछे से friend के घर में डाल देते हैं. So up to 2 years they can go in jail. To comply with the provisions of 178 regarding liquidation and on 6 months to 2 years. 269 surrendering of the property to government. You know, कभी भी settlement होता है तो ठीक है. I feel these two are important for raid. Up to 2 years, if you can remember, make a group. Tax evasion, willful evade. Yeah, willful attempt to evade the payment of tax penalty 3 months to 2 years. Okay. Failure to file the return and all, then and evading the tax up to 25 lakhs 6 months to 7 years. 3 months to 2 years. It's always 3 months to 2 years, 6 months to 7 years. See, everywhere. चलो ठीक है, छोड़ दो. this I can also as a teacher, it's not wrong कि मैं तो आपको एक एक समझा भी दूंगी कि इसमें ना 6 महीने की जेल इसमें. It's impossible to remember, so let's not waste time. The portion is enough vast. Take that much risk once if the question is asked. And one question I have given you that can same be repeated. Yeah, this we should know. We should all know. See, who will be charged for prosecution? So if it is a company, every person who is in charge of affair, director, manager, secretary, unless they prove that we are not guilty of offense and so outsider, they did all the fraud and all. Partnership firm, partner, AOP, BOI, all the members who are controlling HF Karta, if not any other major member. Unless they say that someone else was responsible. And now last part, power of the commissioner to grant immunity from prosecution. Like you have the power to grant immunity in that penalty, same as here. Eligible applicant should make the application in time within 1 month. And if he cooperated, he disclosed everything, then they will grant the permission. Just 1 or 2 lines if you remember, and in case you have to write. Prosecution is to be made at the instance of principal commissioner or commissioner, and that too with the magistrate. ये ठीक है, जरूरत नहीं है. Yeah, this one I added as an amendment in the table also, but this is the latest one. Latest amendment. देखो मैंने यहाँ mark करके भी दी हूँ, और मैंने table पे भी डाल दी हूँ. This is again back to penalty. Prosecution is over. 102 prosecution, and who will charge if you remember, done. छोड़ दो. ये latest amendment है. If during any year it is found that books of accounts maintained by the person, if there is a false entry, fake entry, or omission of entry which is relevant, you have sold the goods, have gone out, bill नहीं बना, sale bill, ऊपर के ऊपर माल चला गया. A sum equal to aggregate of the amount false omitted is charged. Further, similar penalty may also be levied on any other person who causes assessee in any manner to make false entry. False entry includes use or intention to use forged or false documents such as false invoice, invoice in respect of supply or receipt of goods issued or without actual supply of the goods. Goods कुछ आए नहीं है, fake purchase bill. You can write here bogus purchase के bill, expenses के bill. Invoice in respect of supply or receipt of goods or services or both from a person who does not exceed. पूरी फर्म ही फेक है जिससे हम खरीद रहे हैं, हमारी सिस्टर कंसर्न है और हमने ही 2 यूनिट बना ली. I am running A company, genuine wala. I have formed a fake B company so that A is buying from B, and B to I have not shown anywhere. You all have seen those movies, no? How they do the bogus companies and all. But mark this important, this can be asked as a theory question or anywhere. 271 AAD says, if there is a false entry in your books, debit side or credit side, some entry should be there. I want all of you to write. False entry matlab debit side. Expenses, advertisement, gift to the client. Pata chala gift kuch diye hi nahi hai, fake bill. And omission of entry means the credit side, income bataya hi nahi. Then equal to that amount of false entry or entry omitted will be the penalty. 271 AAD. Penalty for failure to furnish the statement. Research institutes, and I told you, if they want to give scientific research deduction or those charitable trust, Gaushalas and all, they should give certificate. So if they don't furnish the statement, then 10,000 to 1 lakh is the penalty. And e-payment, central government may make a scheme for the purpose of, I made you write this penalty. All same. Eliminate interface, optimizing the resources and using the better all details. So central government may make this as faceless. Okay, right? We will start in tomorrow's class this income tax authorities. But like income tax authorities flowchart, I've already given you an assessment procedure and raid and many other cases. So that we'll take it up tomorrow. So related to penalties and prosecution, is the 8th question also clear now? 12th question also is very important. Under reporting में अभी तक मैट नहीं आया, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि नहीं आएगा. तो जितना I have done, no, today's class is like exactly 1 hour, just 1 hour I'm taking the class. So make sure that you study this much at least. Okay? पूरा छोड़ने से अच्छा इतना पढ़ के जाओ, you will get through. 9 questions also we have taken up from the scanner from your material. Okay? That's all for today. Thank you, dear students. 2 topics are left now. Tomorrow we are doing income tax authorities. Day after tomorrow, black money. Then there will be a pause of around 8 days, 1 week chutti lete. And after that, I will take up the classes for mock test papers. Till then, mock test papers, earlier exam I've already sent you. I'll take mock test paper of this attempt and the MCQs also. Okay? Right. Thank you so much. Bye-bye, all of you.